Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about the light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira, and his recent comments regarding the former middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya. But before getting started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. In a recent interview, Alex Pereira claims that Israel Adesanya, former middleweight champion, was never the same after their encounters. This could be broken down and interpreted many different ways. What does Alex Pereira mean exactly when he says those statements? Now, you have to understand that this interview in particular was being translated from one language to the other, and sometimes that could create a bit of confusion because of the direct translation of words. This is not to discredit the translator's job. Obviously, Alex Pereira, if I'm not mistaken, his coach is his translator, if I'm not mistaken. So it's somebody that he trusts to translate. Generally speaking, that's the guy who translates for him. I'm not sure if that was the particular guy who translated for him this particular interview, but this could be interpreted many different ways. What does it mean that Israel Adesanya was never the same after their encounter? I can say that prior even to the first Alex Pereira fight, Alex Pereira fight in the UFC, that is, Adesanya heading into that fight was not the same Adesanya as he was in prior fights. And I'm talking about the preparation for their first fight in the UFC. You can just tell that there was something about Alex Pereira that gets to Adesanya. It's something mental. Obviously, these two have faced each other before in the world of kickboxing, and we know how that fight ended. So there's a bit of shared history between the two. It's quite a bit of a shared history. If I'm not mistaken, they fought twice in former organization. If I'm not mistaken, in boxing, they faced each other twice. And on both occasions, Adesanya was on the losing end of things. Now, Alex Pereira claims that Izzy was never the same after their fight. What could this mean exactly? The most obvious way to interpret this statement is that after being knocked out, it doesn't matter who your previous opponent was, you're never the same. I think that's not an opinion, that's a fact. You're a bit gun-shy, not as quick to the punch, and generally speaking, you're afraid of the same thing that happened to you in the past to happen again. So I think by definition, nobody's the same after a knockout. It's very rare that you see a fighter bounce back in a major way after a knockout. Great example of that was Alexander Volkanovski. If he would have avoided the two fights with Islam Makhachev, perhaps Volka would still be the champion of the featherweight division. But he took the knockout from Islam Makhachev, and in a short period of time, without, in my personal opinion, enough recovery, he went on to face the current featherweight champion, Ilia Topuria, and got knocked out once again. 2 knockouts in a very short span of time. That is a lot of damage when we're talking about fighters and the effect that this has on their longevity in terms of their career and overall health, in all honesty. Israel Adesanya was never the same after the loss. A matter of fact, in the immediate fight after he lost to Alex Pereira, he came back and he defeated Alex Pereira. But against Strickland, he fell short yet again. Now, this is not to say that Israel Adesanya is somehow finished in the world of mixed martial arts. I believe that would be a overstatement in terms of assuming the amount of decline that supposedly Israel Adesanya is going through, which is not much of a decline. He's only losing to the best of the best. The likes of Alex Pereira, the guy who went on to conquer 2 divisions in the shortest amount of time possible, and might make it 3 before the end of his UFC contract. So losing to Alex Pereira takes nothing away from Izzy. He came back to defeat Alex Pereira. And losing to Strickland also, I believe, takes nothing away from Izzy. In a second fight against Strickland, I would be very interested to see how that fight would unfold. And I'm also very interested to see how the fight that's supposed to headline UFC 305, if I'm not mistaken, would turn out to be for Adesanya against a very similar fighter to Strickland in the form of Dricus, the current middleweight champion. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more.